August the 12th, 1978 in Beijing. Chinese Foreign Minister Huang Hua and Japanese Foreign Minister Sunao Sonoda signed the Treaty of Peace and Friendship between China and Japan. It set a new milestone in the history of Sino-Japanese relations, following on from the joint statement in September 1972 and the normalization of diplomatic relations. The treaty requires two sides to develop durable relations of peace and friendship on the basis of the 5 principles of peaceful coexistence, settle all disputes by peaceful means without resorting to the use or threat of force, develop economic and cultural cooperation, and promote exchanges between the people of the two countries. The two parties declared in the treaty that neither of them would seek hegemony and that each was opposed to any other country's efforts to establish such hegemony. Despite its brevity, the treaty took 4 years to finalize. Diplomatic ties were restored in 1972, and the two sides concluded agreements on trade, aviation and navigation in 1974, with an agreement on fishing the following year. Negotiations for the Treaty of Peace and Friendship began in 1975. 14 quick rounds of talks sealed the details in July, and the process was finally concluded on August the 12th. The signing of the treaty opened up a new period of long-term friendly cooperation between the two countries. In the autumn of 1978, then Chinese leader Deng Xiaoping visited Japan and exchanged instruments of ratification of the treaty. Deng said the conclusion of the treaty further consolidated the foundation of the good neighborly and friendly relations between the two countries and opened up broader vistas for a further increase of exchanges in the political, economic, cultural, scientific and technological fields. He said it would also exercise a positive impact on the maintenance of peace and security in the Asia-Pacific region. 40 years later, in May 2018, Chinese Premier Li Keqiang and his Japanese counterpart Shinzo Abe attended a ceremony in Tokyo marking the 40th anniversary of the signing of the treaty. Both sides said they plan to continue to pursue a peaceful and friendly path.
For some time, China and Japan detoured a little, but now we're seeing improvement, and relations are becoming sustainable and forward-looking. My visit aims to push China-Japan relations back on a normal path, to maintain the long-term and stable development, and to prevent us from going backward. China is willing to make efforts together with Japan.
There is almost nothing that is impossible if Japan and China can hold hands together. I'm confident that we can make a greater contribution to resolve various regional and global issues.
Use history as a mirror while looking to the future, Li said during his trip in May. The signing of the China-Japan Treaty of Peace and Friendship paved the way for developing a bilateral relationship 40 years ago, and hopefully it will continue to guide the two countries' peaceful and friendly interactions in the future. Yao Qin, CGTN, Beijing.